Okay, greetings, Leanne. Are you okay this evening?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
Okay, that's good. Right, I'd like to begin as always by asking the continued guidance, from our ancestors and all in our ancestral realm, throughout this broadcast. And I ask for the continued protection of our Empress Sister Angela Rose and all involved with the AGA and the old Jeshwang Health Center as we continue with this broadcast. I think we're on the fourth week now of the virtual health awareness program for the Gambia for 2020. So we're going strong, we're still going. All right, normally this time of year, sickle cell cause would be on the ground in the Gambia, so we would be sort of like supporting our peers, our sickle cell peers, families, and communities. Sadly, obviously we're not able to be out there this year. So I thought I'd use this time on my personal part of this broadcast to appeal for support for our Gambian warriors, because we cannot be on the ground with them this year, because they have so many limitations, to resources, education, and awareness about the sickle cell condition in comparison to those of us in the West. Sadly, in like West Africa, there's still a high mortality rate, and that rate is still 5 years old. So this week I thought I'd share our fundraising project, our Gambian fundraising project, for our broadcast to share with the community. So if you just give me a second, I'll share my screen and bring up my presentation. Oops, brought up the wrong thing. Are you able to see it?
Yeah.
Let me just put it on big screen. Okay. Bit tired this evening, so try and get it done. All right. So as I said, this evening, asking for support with our fundraising campaign that's been running for the last 2 years to assist with our Gambian sickle cell warriors. I'd like to begin by giving gratitude and thanks to those of us in the UK that have been supporting our Gambian warriors throughout 2020. I'll begin with Our Legacy, a foundation, a family foundation led by Miss Patricia Mills, her sister Sandra, her brother-in-law Des, and their twin daughters, who host a quiz night twice a year, every year, for different community projects. And we have been the beneficiaries of their community fundraising activities, for many years, and some of that money is always sent to the Gambia. I just want to say thank you to Our Legacy, for always supporting the sickle cell cause. Also this year, Duchess Carol Alonga, who assisted with setting up the virtual quiz night this year, and also for hosting a fundraising concert. And then we have the Two Real Foundation with Sister Kemet and Sister Shanette. Both of them are on the Stop the Silence campaign, doing great works, internationally, who have been consistent supporters of sickle cell cause and everything we do. Also, Mr. Phil and Brother Leia from the Gift Genius African Heritage Wealth Empowerment Program, something that's very close to my heart. Both myself and Leanne are part of, and it's a program that helps us with wealth, and creating wealth to be able to do the things that we do. Also, all of the volunteers, and the supporting wider community members, of sickle cell cause, for your continued support throughout 2020. We wouldn't have been able to achieve half as much if it wasn't for your kind support. We're very grateful, And last but not least, Miss Kirsty Watson and the Living and Giving Foundation. I mentioned Sis Kirsty last because I really would like to draw attention to the latest fundraising event that they did. Now, Living and Giving, they're adventurers and they do a lot of adventure activities and so forth. And they're fundraisers and take groups of people to Africa, different parts of Africa and so forth. But this year, as soon as the first pandemic lifted, they hosted a rounders match. And that rounders match was able to create funds to assist sickle cell cause. And that money was donated to help one of our sickle cell warriors in the Gambia, 10-year-old Lamin, you know, and he was very ill at the time when this rounders match took place. And the money that they raised was donated to help Lamin and help him off of life support. He's still very ill and he does need a heart operation, but that money was able to get him off life support, you know, and get him, you know, it actually enabled him to live, you know, to fight another day. So I'd like to say thank you to Sis Kirsty and the Living and Giving Foundation for your continued support and for saving the life, helping to save the life of Lamin. You know, we are still looking for funds for that purpose, you know, but there we are. Okay, moving on. How does sickle cell cause raise funds to help our Gambian community? Well, we do a number of things. Things included like our annual sponsored walk. We have buckets and we go around the community, you know, asking for donations. There's other community groups that always support us, like AGA, for instance. They'll donate to us. Then we've got our legacy, you know, continuously raising money, you know, for us, the quiz nights, you know, there's a number of projects that we do each and every year to help raise funds to help with the works that we do, you know. But that doesn't mean that we do not need the support from our community with just donations, you know. So all I can say is please, please, please donate, especially at a time like this year when we've not been able to get outside and do the events that we normally would do. I mean, it's hard enough when we are doing the events, but not being able to do the events, we do need to rely more on our community and our wider community to donate to support the works that we do. So you can donate to us through PayPal. You know, if you see the details there on the screen. We're also on Barclays Bank, where you can make a direct bank transfer. We're under the name of Healthy Living International Limited. You do have to put all of those words in, you know, for it to be recognized. Sort code 204657 and account 0348 4114. And you can catch us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Everything is under the name of Sickle Cell Cause or SC Cause. So not only do we rely on donations, but we also are self-reliant in many ways. And we do have what we call our African Heritage Wealth Empowerment Program called Gift Genius. We have it in the UK, also in the US, Canada, South Africa, and Nigeria, also in the Gambia. And it is a way of creating wealth in our community so we are able to sustain ourselves and create the things that we need amongst ourselves as a group and as a collective, right? At this point, I will ask Leanne, please, do you mind explaining a little bit about what Gift Genius is and how it helps people in the Gambia?
Okay, well, really just iterating what you've just said, it's an empowerment program that not only financially enables you to generate funds as an individual, but as a family and a wider community. It really does show the power of network and the power of unity, literally just coming together and making that decision to be committed to one another. Can really show how wealthy we really are when we do depend on one another. And this program, it is a phenomenal program. I'm not going to go into details of it, but if it's something that you're interested in, get in touch with us and we can give you a full presentation on how it works and how you can benefit from it and how we use it to benefit our warriors globally.
Okay, thanks for that. Thanks for that, Leanne. Okay, here are some of our Gambian Gift Genius members, our group leaders in the Gambia. And as Leanne said, if you're interested, we will introduce you to the program, and you'll get to know the group leaders in the Gambia, so you're able to work the program and benefit yourself and your household and your community. Right. But what is the Gambian fundraiser with regards to sickle cell cause? Well, basically, we have many families on the ground in the Gambia that suffer with sickle cell, and as an organization based in the UK, we try our best to support them through education, through with nutrition, with anything, any aspect of what sickle cell is. We try our best to support them. We cannot do this alone. There's many people that are very ill out there, so we are relying on our community to help us, and that is, as I said, via donations or being a part of our wealth empowerment program. So just to introduce you to some of our warriors in the Gambia, like we've got the Jamanka family. They live in Wellingara, right, very rural area of the Gambia, and they are a family of 10. 6 of these family members are affected with sickle cell, and 4 of them are severely affected with sickle cell. For instance, we have like Julde. Now, she's 32 years old, and if she was in the UK, she would be considered to be severely disabled. She needs a hip replacement, um, plus she lives with the everyday symptoms of sickle cell. But it is the hip replacement that we are concentrating on, more than so, and we are trying to raise money for her to even have a Zimmer frame to help her, to assist her during this time until she can have that operation. Your funds will be gratefully received to help Julda. Then we have Fatumata. Yeah, Fatumata is a student. She also has SS strain of sickle cell disease. She is very academic, but obviously a family of sickle cell warriors, money is very tight, and education, the cost of education is very difficult. So as well as the funds to help her with a sickle cell condition, we are looking to help for assistance with funds for her education as well. Oops. Then we have Maramina, who suffers with SS disease, SS strain of sickle cell anemia, and she also suffers greatly with anxiety and depression, which is, it's not very surprising. She doesn't work. The sickle cell prevents her from doing so. The family is known in the community as the sick family, so they sort of like recognized and not in a good way, because in many cases it's looked upon as a curse, so she struggles. We need to raise her spirits. We need to be able to encourage her, we need to be able to manage her pain, and counseling, with somebody that looks like her, that she can relate to, would be the best thing. So we're looking for your support to help in that area as well. And then we have Brother Dowda, he's very funny, great guy. He's in his 40s now, and he's accustomed to working. He's always worked, even though he has sickle cell, but the sickle cell condition has decided that he will no longer work. His employer will no longer employ him, So now, from somebody that's, consistently working, struggling through the pain, and being able to assist, support his family, he now no longer has work, and he's trying to maintain his sickle cell, because remember, every medication costs money. So being out of work not only means that he's not finding money, for everyday things, he's also not finding the money for his medications, So we're putting out appeal for work, and also for funds to assist with his medication until he can find work. So that is the Jamanka family, and those are the 4 people in the family that are severely affected with sickle cell, the SS strain of sickle cell disease. Then we have little Lamin. I spoke about him earlier when I mentioned Sister Kirsty and the Living and Giving Foundation, who helped him when he was on life support in August of this year. You know, he needs a heart operation and he needs it badly. You know, they do not do heart operations in the Gambia. He's going to have to travel to India to receive this operation. We're looking for funds to help get Lamin to India so that he can get the operation that he needs to save his life. He's no longer on life support. He has a supply of medication, you know, which sickle cell cause and Living and Giving was able to assist with. But in order for him to have longevity, he does need to have a heart operation. We're looking for your support in that area as well. You know, and Little Lamin and the Jamaicans are not the only families that sickle cell cause supports. We have other children and other families that we look after, you know. So anything that you can do as a community, we are truly grateful and we ask you to please support Sickle Cell Cause to support our Gambian family with all their sickle cell needs. Thank you. So before we leave, Leanne, can you close this week's session, you know,
Yeah,
for
thank
us?
you very much, Warrior Queen. You know, just I've worked with these families myself, but even just, you know, looking through the pictures, and it's so important. The help is so necessary for our Gambian warriors. The conditions of healthcare and access is so different for them than it is for our warriors in the UK. Whilst they do have the benefits of nature, the sun, natural resources, that also comes with education. But when you're in pain and you need that assistance, that immediate assistance, and you don't have the funds to access that, it is life-threatening. It is literally life-taking, and it's emotional. So yeah, we and that's where the passion comes from. When you see these families and you hear their stories and you actually experience it with them, it touches your heart. So it is a real appeal. It is a very real appeal for our community here in the UK to support us, to support our Gambian warriors. So yeah, so you've heard everything. If you want to give a donation, it's graciously welcomed. You can send that to our Barclays bank account, Healthy Living International Limited. The sort code is 204657. The account number 03484114. Again, if you want to get involved in our health empowerment program, the Gift Genius program, where you're not just giving, you're actually receiving, and it's all in the title. It is a gift genius, phenomenal opportunity. You can get some information about that if you email us at Sickle Cell Cause. That's one word, SICKLECELLCAUSE@gmail.com. So we look forward to your inquiries and your financial assistance.
Thank you. Thank you, family.